Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. And today I just want to touch base and talk about Donors Choose. Donors Choose is a wonderful charity website that gives teachers specific materials for their classroom. However, you have to sign up to become a part of the Donors Choose family. Now, personally, I've had at least 20 projects funded through Donors Choose, and they've varied in different things. So it can, it's been a projector, iPads, iMac monitors, all the way from books, materials, art supplies, manipulatives. Let's see what else. Camera. During the COVID time, so that I could, just be seen a little bit better in my tech setup. And so, yeah, Donor Choose, it ranges from different price points in terms of what you want to create for a project, and actually have people donate to your cause. You can have some of your family or friends donate to your project. Even if you can use social media, you can use email, maybe create a list of maybe 10 or 15 people that you think would kind of support you with your Donors Choose project. So it's a wonderful, wonderful organization. And so instead of listening to me talk about it, we'll go ahead and I'll show you kind of the layout of Donors Choose. But in fact, what I should know in all transparency, because I've had several different projects funded while I was a teacher at Normandie. I even had some projects funded when I was teaching at different schools in the district. I have elected to become what you call a Donors Choose ambassador. Just basically helping the teachers understand what Donors Choose can do for them. And sometimes there are special announcements that might come out. And so what I'll do is I'll just kind of send that information out either via GroupMe or the email, so that you guys can be aware if you want to create a project. Sometimes there are donors, there are organizations who might double the donation. They might partner. So for instance, if a donation is $20, you might have like United Airlines come in and throw an additional $20, or it might be matched 50%. So again, if the donation is $20, then the other organization will donate 10. So, and then sometimes you'll have organizations come through, like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They'll come through and flash fund all of the projects on the Donors Choose program platform, or maybe specifically to our particular school district. So those times, it's wonderful when groups, organizations, donors, companies come through and flash fund everything. And so right now I have four projects up, hoping that they could get flash funded. However, I've been reaching out to family and friends, posting it on my social media, and hopefully we'll get some of these projects funded. Now, the question is, what happens, Mr. Riley, if I put a project and it does not get funded? Well, what happens is Donors Choose will send you a gift card code that you can use on a brand new project. So that's what might happen if I've already had several donations to some of my projects. And so if they go through and get to the date and they're not funded, then Donors Choose will just kind of hold that cash, hold that money, that donation, and give me a gift card code that I can use for a future Donors Choose project that I might create. Okay, so that's a little bit. And then last thing, because I think I've sent some of the new teachers a sign up for Donors Choose, they're going to send me $25. So if you've never ever created a teacher account for Donors Choose, and you would like for me to send you that special code where I can get an additional $25 referral fee, let me know and I'll send that over, and then you can sign up. But even if you don't, that's fine. It's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and hop into it really, really quick. So again, just type in donorschoose.org and you should come to a page like this. Now, this right here, again, it talks about, let's see, it says post your first project on Donors Choose by 8/26. Now, this video is being recorded during the week of August 20th through August 26th. Today is actually Monday, August 21st. And so if you post a project before August 26th, then donorschoose will actually donate $50 to your project. So there it is right there. So please reach out to me if you need some assistance with posting a donorschoose project so that you can get, $50 from donorschoose to be included in your project. So that's a wonderful thing. So it's a, kind of couple of things up in the air, $25 from me if you want that special link. And then if you post your project, you get $50 towards your first project. Okay. So hopefully that all makes sense. I know it's going kind of fast, but, so let's go back to this page right here. So this is donorschoose.org, the very first page. You should see something like this, right? And then instead of me signing in, if you want to create your own donorschoose account, so you would simply go over to donorschoose and you would sign up as a teacher, right? Sign up as a teacher. Now, I'm going to use, for an example, my LAUSD.net email address. However, I really use my Gmail account to check for my emails from donorschoose. So, and in fact, they encourage you not to use your email address, your school email address. Years ago, they used to, they would advocate and want us to use the email address for our schools, but now they've kind of changed their policy, and so now they just want you to use a non-school email address. So think of, I have several different email addresses, and so I use my main one. So if I went in and I'm actually going to, instead of signing up, I'm going to actually sign in. But as a brand new teacher, the donorschoose is simply, once you sign up, it's simply going to ask you for some demographic information, right? The name of the school you're working, your name, maybe your of course, your email address, maybe birthday and things of that nature. And so sometimes on your birthday, they'll give you a special discount code where you can send out and say, hey, today's my birthday, please, donate to my particular project or whatever the case might be. So you're going to fill out that bit of information so that you can get set up on the platform. And then I'm going to sign in as if I have already signed in as a teacher. But yeah, this is what the teacher sign up would look like. There have been occasions where you might have been asked to donate to someone's donorschoose project previously. Well, you might not have the teacher access. I was just helping a teacher a couple of moments ago. She indeed had a donorschoose account, but it was set up as if she was a donor and not a teacher. So she just had to go in and kind of change some things around so that she could have access, so that she could create her own donorschoose projects as a teacher instead of as a donor. Okay. So with all that, let's go ahead and sign in. And so let me go ahead and sign in. And let me sign in. And then I'll show you what it looks like. They've sent an email. So give me a hot second. That's the email. Just heard the chime. So here we go. All right. Okay. So we're going to sign in, and then I'm going to show you what my screen looks like as a teacher. So it looks like I have 5 days left for this an apple a day project. So basically this is just asking for a newer laptop. The one that I have is kind of slow. It's not operating like it should. And so I'm currently, all donations are being doubled. So again, I sent out some emails, I posted some things on my social media, and for the duration, as long as funds last, whatever donation is made will be doubled. So again, a $20 becomes a $40, a $50 becomes $100. So that's kind of what that is. And then I have 5 days left for this particular project, right? But what's going to happen if you're new to donorschoose, you're going to think of something that you want to do for your classroom. Again, it can be art, it can be an art-based resource or lesson or activity. It can be music, it can be manipulatives, games, something for outside. It can be technology, whatever the case might be. So you will go through and actually look for something that looks similar to this button right here. So these are all the people who have already given to my particular project already. Let me go back to my very first page and for projects. Okay, so this is a list of the 4 projects that I have open right now. And then if I wanted to start a brand new project, as a, being new to donorschoose, as a new teacher, you want to create a brand new project. So it might say create project. In this case, it says create another project because I've already created several projects before. So after you've signed in, you want to create a project. So let's go ahead. For the sake of this demonstration, we're going to click a project, and then it's going to ask you some things, ask you some questions to help you build out the information so that once you send it to your donors, or maybe the donors are kind of perusing different pages, they'll know what your project is all about. So, and you see across the top, a tab that kind of allows you to track what you're doing. So it says hi, who, what. Okay, so I've already done a hi and a who. Now I just need to fill out these 3 sections here. So this is the welcome. What kind of project would you like to create? Do you want to do a standard project where you can ask for classroom materials, or do you want to do something for a professional development? I've never done a project for professional development. I've only done a standard project. So let's go ahead, stick with the standard project, right? And then you kind of see what the description is all about. Materials will be shipped to your school, which is a good thing. During COVID, things were shipped to your house. If it was not technology kind of resources went to the school. But that's kind of changed a little bit. And so that's basically the end of that particular page, right? So it just says, let's go. So I teach preschool. So I'm going to click preschool, and then the number of students, I just put 10. I can get, my cap is really 8, but I just like round numbers. So I'll put 10, save and continue. So we're beginning to kind of build out the information for the project. So it says, what are you looking for? So these are some of the things that are commonly asked for in the preschool section by preschool teachers. So, a lot of these things we have already at our schools. So let's just say I wanted some floor seeds or something like that. If I don't choose any of these particular resources here, these supplies, then there is a section which says show additional vendor sites. So if I click on the arrow, click in this area, then it gives me a list of vendors that I can, create a project around. So you have Amazon Business, Best Buy Education, Carolina Biological Supply Company, CDW, Fry Scientific, Granger School Specialty, Ward's Science, and then Woodwind and Brasswind. So those are some of the vendors that we have. I'm just going to say, and you know what? Lakeshore is usually on here. I don't see Lakeshore on here. Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. Alrighty. So let's just go and wow. Okay. Very interesting. I did not know that. I guess maybe they took Lakeshore off. Not too sure why, but I'm gonna go over here with floor seats and let's just see what comes up. So again, okay, so looks like they're still a vendor. Lakeshore is still a vendor. So if I come through and select one of these things for my classroom, they have big chairs. They have some of these nice looking chairs here, and you just kind of thumb through the different pages and figure out what kind of seats you want. And then if you want to search by brand, you can do that. So if I do Lakeshore, let's do Lakeshore. I like Lakeshore. And let's see. Now, sometimes Lakeshore can be kind of pricey, but let's see what we got. These are some Tyler soft tree seats. I know the kind of seats that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the square kind of seats that the students can sit in. I don't see any. I see pillows. Okay. So let's just say, for the sake of this demonstration, let's say I want some of these pillows. So let's go ahead, set of 3, and they're $289. So add to cart, view cart. All right, so that's, once all of the fees have been added in, there's a sales tax, there's a third-party processing fee. Total project cost is $449, and then also there's a suggested donation for donorschoose. So those 3 pillows that went from $289, they went all the way up to $451, right? So if I want to continue to shop, I can continue by clicking this button, or if I'm done, I can say there should be a bottom button that says save and continue. But before I save and continue, I have to kind of summarize what's in my cart. So, and it has the word minimum right here at the bottom. So, and then it gives you a box. It gives you a box and kind of gives you more additional information in terms of what you can write in the box. So I only have to write 8 words. Help me give my students, and I'm going to say, help me give my students, okay. Help me give my students floor chairs, CH, that my students can sit on during morning meeting time. There we go. So there it is right there. And I'll just simply click save and continue. It says, great job, you've written enough. And then now I have to give it a title. So you can come up with just like a basic title. So I'm just gonna say sitting on the floor. Or I need 4 floor pillows. Let's just change that to say, we want floor. We want floor pillows. And so it says, good job. Again, great job. You've written enough. And so you just go through these prompts and kind of answer the questions. And now it wants a 90-word minimum of how you're going to use these pillows in your classroom. So a little bit longer description of why you want these pillows in your classroom. And so this is probably the part that donors are going to see once they land on your page. They're going to kind of read through and get a glimpse of, why you need these pillows in your classroom. So there we go. And then what areas? So let's just say, I teach a preschool special education classroom. Let's go with students with disabilities. And, if I wanted to save and continue, I can't continue because I haven't filled out this section yet here. I haven't filled it out yet. So, and then you would hit save and continue. And then after it says save and continue, you would just simply review what you have written. Right, you review. It allows you to spell check and all that kind of good stuff. And then once you have reviewed it, you'll hit submit. And what's going to happen is it's going to be sent. Your project will be sent to a donorschoose volunteer who will then read through your project to see if the description is, if it needs a little bit more wording, or, sometimes they'll just say, hey, good job. You can now post your project They'll send you a link. They'll give you an email prompt so that if you want to send an email to your favorite, maybe family members or your church members or however you want to do it, family, friends, you can do that. It'll also prompt you to post it on Twitter, on Facebook, whatever the case might be. But basically, you want to post this project so that people can begin to donate. And usually sometimes what happens during the first week or so, the donations again are doubled, or maybe it's 50% of the donation. So again, a 20% donation, someone might partner and donate $10, right? And so you'll have, and it'll tell you once you submit your project, and then you'll begin to receive subsequent emails saying, hey, your your project has been posted. Good job. Now go ahead and begin to promote your project to your family, friends using email, Facebook, Twitter. It'll even send a link out, or it'll create a link for you to post wherever you want to post it. So it's really, really easy. And then after that, you're good to go. You're good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually close out this. Now, here's a good thing. What happens is, because I've already started this particular project, I can always come back to it. It's going to save this project. So I just did this for demonstration purposes, but what happens is it will remember where you left off. So if I, let's say electricity went out and I didn't have access to my donorschoose, well, when I come back in tomorrow, log in, it'll pick up right where I left off. And so it'll ask me to continue. And then even on your home page for donorschoose, it'll ask you to continue building out your project. So here, as you can see, it says draft project August 22, 2023. And so I can always go back and edit this particular project. So hopefully that gives you a better idea of what donorschoose can do for you. And again, this week is very, very special. If you post a project before August 26th, then you have most likely you'll have the $50 added to your account, where they're going to give you $50 for your particular project. So now you kind of have to think about what you want to do, what kind of resources you want for your classroom, for your kids, something that the school is unable to provide for you. Now, earlier you saw pencil supplies and crayons and things of that nature. Our school has that. And so we're one of the lucky ones. Some schools don't have the crayons and things of that nature, but we do. So you kind of want to think out of the box. I've always used the example of maybe your first project might be anywhere between $100 and $200. It might be a culturally relevant library through Scholastic. It might be a laminator and some laminating sheets. There might be a printer that your students can use to print out things, and also you can print out things instead of always trying to run to the office, or using your home printer. You can set up a printer in your classroom and print out things as you need. So it really varies. It's up to you what you want to do for your donorschoose project. Other than that, I could keep going. And so again, if you're brand new to teaching and you have never posted a donorschoose project, let me know. I will send you my special code, and then after you get the email with my special code, you click on that and it'll prompt you to register as a teacher. And then once you're fully funded, I believe, or once your project is approved, I can get $25 for my donorschoose projects, and then you would also get $50 off for your donorschoose project as well. Alrighty. Other than that, I think I've said a mouthful. Just try to get those projects in and approved before August 26th. This is the week of welcome back to school, and so you have a lot of organizations, you have a lot of people who like to donate during this time, and so if it's not flash funded like I talked about, then you have a great opportunity of folks actually donating to your project, and hopefully you'll get couple of projects funded. Now, as I close, I'll just show you some of my projects, just the range of some of my projects. So we have an Apple a day, which basically is like another laptop. Here, let me show you guys. Another laptop, comfortable outdoor space, which is had 2 donors so far. Just a nice space for my kids on my playground to kind of sit and relax. We've got to move it again, just some outdoor activities. I think this one was a balance beam and a basketball goal and some other things as well. This one was What's Cooking Good Looking, was basically a dramatic play set that is manufactured by Lakeshore. That's what that was. And here are some of my previous projects. So I have one that was a pre-K culturally relevant classroom. I've had one reduce, reuse, recycling vehicles, help replace our inoperative printer. We've got to move it high and low impact activities, board books and visual schedules. Upgrade me, please. Technology in the virtual classroom, virtual learning with books, manipulatives, and Play-Doh. Alphabet and number splash, a virtual background for my virtual classroom. Becoming home artist, and Mr. Riley's digital classroom studio. So all of those projects were completed, and I have some that I need to follow up with. Smile for the camera, a calming area. It looks like I have 2 drafts, and then I have 4 live projects. So I've been very, very active with donorschoose. I love the program, and that's one reason why I'm an ambassador, because I believe in this platform, and it allows you to receive certain materials that you would not otherwise receive from the school, from our school. So there you have it. If you have any questions, just let me know, and we'll go from there. So Mr. Riley is signing off, coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. Go ahead and get those projects done so that you can get your $50 from donorschoose. And just always, if you have any questions, just reach out, and I can assist you the best way that I can. All right. Take care. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Bye.